What if I told you there's a place on Earth where you don't just escape the world, you completely own it? An island where the beaches are empty, the ocean feels private, and every single detail exists only for you. No tourists, no noise, no limits. But here's the real question. Why would someone spend over $100 million just to live on an island? Today, we're going inside one of the most expensive private islands on the planet. And trust me, this is not just luxury, this is a different level of life. Hey everyone, welcome back to EliteWorld. Today, I'm taking you on a journey to a place that most people will never see in their lifetime, not because it's hidden, but because it's almost impossible to access. We're talking about Laucala Island, a private island paradise in the South Pacific valued at over $100 million. But this isn't just an island, it's a fully private world built for billionaires, designed for ultimate freedom, and powered by pure luxury. In this video, we'll explore everything, from its breathtaking location to its insane features, the lifestyle, the hidden secrets, and even the challenges of owning something like this. So stay with me, because this story gets more interesting the deeper we go. So first, let's talk about where this island actually is. Laucala Island is located in Fiji, a country made up of more than 300 islands scattered across the Pacific Ocean. Now imagine flying thousands of miles away from busy cities, crossing endless blue water, until suddenly you see a green island surrounded by crystal-clear lagoons. That's Laucala. This island is massive, over 3,500 acres, and what makes it special is not just its size, but its diversity. You'll find dense tropical forests, volcanic mountains, white sandy beaches, and even coral reefs right at your doorstep. It feels wild and untouched, but at the same time, it's carefully designed for luxury living. And here's the crazy part. Most of the island is completely private. That means no crowds, no strangers, just silence and nature. It's like owning your own planet. Now let's talk about the number that gets everyone's attention. $100 million. This island was owned and developed by Dietrich Mateschitz, the co-founder of Red Bull. But he didn't just buy the island and leave it as it was. He invested millions more into transforming it into one of the most luxurious private destinations in the world. So why is it so expensive? First, rarity. There are very few islands like this left on Earth, especially ones this large and naturally beautiful. Second, development. This island has its own infrastructure: villas, roads, farms, airport, everything. And third, exclusivity. You're not just paying for land, you're paying for privacy. Think about it. In today's world where everything is crowded and connected, having a place where no one can reach you, that's priceless. Now this is where things start to feel unreal. The island is home to multiple luxury villas, and each one is completely unique. Some villas are built right on the water, with glass floors where you can literally see the ocean beneath you. Others are hidden deep inside the jungle, surrounded by nature, offering total privacy. Each villa comes with private pools, huge open spaces, and breathtaking views. But that's just the beginning. The island has its own private airstrip, so instead of landing at a busy airport, you land directly on your island. No waiting, no security lines, just step off your plane and you're home. There's also a fleet of luxury yachts, ready whenever you want to explore the ocean. You can go diving, fishing, or just cruise around the island during sunset. There's even a world-class golf course designed to blend perfectly with the natural landscape. And the service? Every guest gets a personal team, chefs, drivers, guides, all focused on making your experience perfect. And the food? It's not imported luxury. It's grown right there on the island, fresh, organic, and customized just for you. This is not just luxury living. This is a perfectly controlled experience. Now let's slow down for a moment and really imagine the lifestyle. You wake up in the morning, no alarm, no noise, just the sound of waves. You walk outside and there's no one around, just you, the beach, and the ocean. Your breakfast is already prepared. Fresh fruits, warm coffee, maybe seafood caught just hours ago. After that, you decide your day. Maybe you go for a swim in your private pool or take a yacht out into the ocean. Maybe you explore the island or just sit and enjoy the silence. There's no schedule, no pressure. And that's the real luxury. Freedom. You're not escaping life, you're controlling it. And for people who live fast, stressful lives, CEOs, billionaires, global figures, this kind of peace is extremely valuable. Because sometimes the most expensive thing in the world is silence. Now let's talk about some interesting things you probably didn't know. Laukala Island is designed to be almost completely self-sufficient. It has its own farms, producing fruits, vegetables, and even livestock. That means the island doesn't depend heavily on outside supply, which is rare for luxury destinations. Also, the island focuses heavily on sustainability. Instead of destroying nature, it works with it, preserving forests, protecting marine life, and maintaining the natural ecosystem. Another interesting fact, before it became this ultra-luxury island, it was owned by Malcolm Forbes, a famous businessman and publisher. So the island has a history of attracting powerful and wealthy owners. And here's something that makes it even more exclusive. Only a very limited number of guests are allowed at a time. So even if you can afford it, availability is still extremely restricted. This is not just luxury. This is controlled exclusivity. Now let's be real for a moment. Owning a private island sounds like a dream, but it also comes with serious challenges. First, maintenance. Running an island like this costs millions every year. You need staff, security, transportation, repairs, and constant upgrades. Second, logistics. Because the island is remote, everything needs to be carefully planned. Food, equipment, materials, many things have to be flown in or shipped by sea. Even a small issue can become a big problem if you're in the middle of the ocean. Third, nature. Tropical weather can be unpredictable. Storms, strong winds, and ocean conditions can affect the island, so there's always a need for preparation and protection. So yes, it's paradise, but it's also responsibility. Now you might be wondering, are there other islands like this? Yes, there are many private islands around the world. Some in the Caribbean, some in Europe, some in Asia. But what makes Laukala Island special is balance. Some islands focus only on luxury buildings. Others focus only on nature. But this island combines both perfectly. It gives you modern comfort without losing the natural beauty. It's also much larger and more developed than most private islands, which means more freedom, more space, and more possibilities. That's why it stands out. So in the end, what does a $100 million island really mean? It's not just about showing wealth. It's about creating your own world. A place where you decide everything. A place where time slows down. A place where life feels simple again. For most of us, this kind of life may feel impossible, but it also reminds us of something important. Luxury is not just about expensive things. It's about peace. It's about freedom. It's about living life on your own terms. And maybe that's the real dream.